Good afternoon. The Super Bowl, the mecca of all sporting events, is the ultimate in sports. As a child growing up, I always enjoyed playing all kinds of sports: baseball, basketball, football. But because of the spectacle that the Super Bowl was and has grown to be, it made football easily my favorite sport. How many of you out there love football? Why do you love the game? How did you fall in love with it? Was it a catch, a great catch, or was it a spectacular play that maybe inspired you? The Super Bowl has got to be the biggest event of the year. The commercials, it brings people together unlike any other event, a la the Super Bowl party. The commercials alone have people that are not even interested in football follow the game because they want to tune in and see what the big deal is, who's the big ad for that year. I've thoroughly researched this subject via the internet, various websites, chat rooms, and online polls. And today I'll explain how football, in particular the Super Bowl, is not only the biggest sporting event of the year, but the best. Unlike any other major sport that features a best of scenario, in football, the stakes are high. It's a winner take all situation. So everything is on the line. You've seen other events this year, like this past year, 2009, like the New York Yankees winning their 27th World Championship, or the Los Angeles Lakers winning their fourth championship in 10 years, but nothing compares to the Super Bowl and Santonio Holmes making that great catch in the waning moments of Super Bowl 43. The Super Bowl's got to be the biggest event, biggest sporting event of the year. Um, the commercial spots come at a premium. According to Associated Content, a 30-second ad spot will cost you $3 million. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Budweiser, Monster, those are all big players in the ad game. It's easily the most watched event of the year. 95 million people tuned in to watch that Super Bowl where the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Arizona Cardinals. Third most in history behind MASH, 108 million, and the prior year's Super Bowl that saw the New York Giants upset the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42. Patriots, who were going for a perfect season that year. Everybody tuned in to see that. 98 million people tuned in for that. In comparison, 19 million people tuned in to see those hated New York Yankees win their 27th World Championship, and 16 million, an average 16 million, tuned in to see the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Orlando Magic in the NBA Finals. I think there's a direct correlation between being the most watched and the best sporting out there. According to AskMen.com, Santonio Holmes' catch in the waning moments of Super Bowl 43 was by far the single best sporting moment of the year. In another online poll, MrPoll.com, it cites that American football, behind only football or soccer as we know it in this country, is the best sport. The proof is in the pudding. Not only is the Super Bowl the biggest sporting event of the year, but it's the best. Um, Millions of people around the world tune in to celebrate it, the commercials, and the overall spectacle that is the NFL's biggest game. Today, I put forth great evidence to show you why the Super Bowl is the granddaddy in sports. I think we've all been inspired at one time or another by the Super Bowl, whether it be a great performance, singing performance of the national anthem, Whitney Houston, Super Bowl 25, with those planes coming over the top. Our country was at war at the time, and it inspired us all. Or a great upset. We saw, the New Orleans Saints just this past year, a couple weeks ago, upset the Indianapolis Colts in the Super Bowl. A whole city and it seemed like the whole country rallied behind the Saints to win that Super Bowl. The year prior, like I noted earlier, with the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Arizona Cardinals on a last-second catch, or David Tyree's catch in Super Bowl 42 that's played over and over again on Gatorade commercials. I think we've all been touched in some form or fashion. Now that you see how powerful the Super Bowl is, I challenge anyone out there to tell me what sporting event is bigger and which one is better.